Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union, and by Kathy Thurman Edwards, State Farm Insurance.
By Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide. Jim Ferris Chevrolet with George Gully. Napa Cafe Memphis and Glenda Hastings. Phoenix Unequaled Home Entertainment. For Memphis Magazine. The Live at the Garden Concert Series. And the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis. And by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated for more than 40 years. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome to Lansky's on a kind of a cool, rainy day here in Memphis, Tennessee. But we got two great guests. We're starting out with Dawn Graeter. Welcome to the show, Dawn. She's the CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union, also my major sponsor. They just completed their building. How many years now has it been on in construction?
There's a whole big, long story to that, which a lot of people appreciate. We had really done the plans and gone through the approval process in the town of Collierville back in 2019.
Wow, before COVID.
Right before COVID. And so we had received our final approval in December of 2019. We were scheduled to break ground in March of 2020, and we all know what happened.
Yes,
right?
Nothing.
That's the moment when the world shut down.
Yes.
So we had to wait, obviously, for 2 years before things, really ramped back up. And then once we got past all of that, we started looking at things that we had gotten approval for, such as the brick and the windows and the steel and all those things. And some of them, the price was 2 or 3 times what it was when we started. And some of it we couldn't get anymore. The window company that had gone out of business, or the brick wasn't available anymore, because during COVID, a lot of those companies and organizations went out of business. So we had to basically redo, start all over, re-pick out things, get everything repriced, really kind of go through the whole planning process again. So we did that, went back through the approval process of the town of Collierville because all of our approvals had expired, obviously, because it had been so many years, and we weren't able to start. So we started on the building about a year ago, right at a year ago.
I remember groundbreaking.
And yes, the groundbreaking was, kind of in the fallish. And so we're right at a year, which is amazing. It's a beautiful building. Yes.
Well, here's a look of the main part of the bank facing Bahalia Road.
Yes.
But it goes on back. It's 2 stories, huge parking lot. That's a big fountain out front. Lots of glass. I was very impressed with the brickwork, because so many people today just build. There's no character in the brickwork. It's just square.
Right.
And this has tons of character.
It really, the brickwork is just fabulous. They've done some pattern brickwork around the top of the building, over all the windows. There's some backlighting if you go out there at night. In each of the brick inlays, there's some lighting around that as well, which looks really neat. The interior, lots of windows, lots of light, and we have not had that in a long time.
No
so
kidding.
Everybody is very excited about that. Makes the building obviously look larger. We went with the open ceiling floor plan. Just basically the polished concrete, which makes it a bigger open feel. Exposed beams throughout. A lot of people have asked me about the cross beams. You can see some of them in this picture behind Tiller's Row. And all new construction now has to be earthquake
proof,
proof, if there's such a thing. So these beams now are throughout the building in several different places where they put those in. So you can either cover those up, try to figure out how to cover them up.
Which cuts down on the windows.
Which cuts down on all your light. Or you can just use it as a part of the architecture of the building. And so that's what we did. And it turned out really well.
This is the main lobby, and that's a big seating couch area right there.
In the shape of an S.
Planning and forethought.
In case you missed that, Earl, in the shape of an S.
And then those are the teller stations. There are two of them, one on the right-hand side, and identical one over on the left.
Teller pods.
Yeah, and this is state-of-the-art equipment. Actually, as I understand it, the tellers won't even ever touch the money.
No, that is correct. That is correct. And we have cash recyclers. Is what they're called, and the ones that we purchased do coin and cash.
Wow!
So you load those machines with all of that, and as they need those things, they just put in what they need, and it will dispense that.
Wow!
And they can give it directly to the member, so they don't have to have cash storage, so they have to count down, and they have to carry back and forth to the vault and all of that.
So that ends up that whole process forever that's gone on of counting down your drawer at the end of the day to make sure it balances.
That's
it's
exactly right.
It's done the minute you turn it off.
That's exactly right. And the good news is about a cash recycler, once you put the money in and you do the transactions, typically at the end of the day, it reconciles. So that's nice. That's always a good thing.
It is. This is looking back over to some other offices, and it is partitioned off. These doors, you see a little green button on that door. Yes. You have to have your card to be able to get in other parts of the bank, so it's very secure.
Right. These are all, secure access points. Everyone has badges, and we give the appropriate people access to those areas. This particular area, as you come into the right, is our commercial and mortgage loan areas. And so that area obviously has a small table for doing mortgage loan closings and, just some privacy so that people can conduct their business there. And we will add kind of like a concierge to that front desk.
Right here in the foreground.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of meet, greet, and direct people. Also buzz people up. But every access point is access control, and and then we have automatic shutdown locks in the evening when we close. Everything locks down, and so unless you have the appropriate access cards, you can't enter or exit these places.
And in fact, if you don't have a card to get out, you're staying there that night.
Yes, you're spending the night. So
this is just a room that you haven't really assigned to anything yet. Is that correct?
That is correct. This is some extra space that we're going to use event space. We're also probably going to add an exercise room for the staff.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to that, looking into to adding some equipment on one end of that so that the staff can, work out, exercise in the mornings and the afternoon with a trainer, obviously. And hopefully we can use the other space for different things. And it's expansion. As we grow, we can grow into that space as well.
And this is just another shot of the lobby. You can see, and these are some of the offices to the east side of that lobby.
Yes.
And
the branch manager is in the first office on the corner. And then the consumer loan officer is in the next one to help anybody that's wanting to get an auto loan, signature loan, anything like that.
Now, this is a very special room.
Now, this is very important to the Earle Farrell show. And so there you go. We actually should put like a little, the little heads on the posters. We're going to get one of those and tape it to the chair, Earle. We're going to put your head on that chair right there.
On a stick.
On a stick. And that way, when everybody comes through, they'll know what that's for. But we will get some signage up there. That is a cedar wall, which is really cool. That's another special accent that we put in the building, so that it's solid, real cedar on the inside and extends through the outside past the windows, which we wanted it to be kind of a natural feel. As you all know, that was a wooded area when we bought that space. Across from it is also kind of another wooded area, so we wanted to kind of stick with the natural theme, and you will see that throughout the building as well upstairs with the design of some of our table bases.
Lots of natural light coming in. This is actually an atrium. Let's see if there's another shot of that. This is looking out toward the south, and you'll see it's glassed in there, and then same thing to the north. Mm-hmm. And then when you sit and look, I thought we had the shots of the round tables, but I guess...
So there's 4 bar top tables kind of next to the base of the stairwell, which would be just on the opposite side of that. Bar top tables, because... ultimately, we will do the show there, as well as host receptions in that area. It's a really cool space. Open glass on both sides, and so it really lends itself to some really cool receptions in the evening. We'll add, some lighting on the outside, but there'll be some stand-up bar top tables. We can use the table here as a dual purpose. We can put food on that. Use it as a bar, different things like that. So we've really tried to create spaces throughout the building that are multi-purpose, literally. So we've thought through some things that we could do with all those spaces. Use them because we want the community to use the building as well. We built it for the neighborhood. We built it for the community. And we want it to be something that all of our partners, any new businesses, the school system, anybody that needs a space to host or have events in that area has access to the building and can use it. That's what we designed it for.
In fact, I didn't get upstairs because they were doing some work up there, but there's a big open patio, rooftop patio.
Yes. So we have a huge, we have a really big, large break room area with an expanded double bar top area so that we can host, after hours or larger parties up there. We have a full open counter kitchen space where, you can do prep for food or, anything like that you need to host. But the patio is over the drive-through area. So we have a double drive-through area, and it is enclosed, has railing on it. We've got tables out there as well. And so we plan to host events in that space where you can use the break room area to do food and drinks. You can mingle outside. It's kind of all open. There's no walls there, so that you can kind of mingle in and out depending on the weather. Or if you want to talk inside or talk outside, it's conducive to that. So it's not really walled off, but we designed it that way because we really didn't want it to be a space where you had to be in one room or the other. Everybody can see each other. It's all open air all the way across that whole area. So it's really cool.
And the entire area of Byhalia Road, as it headed south to Byhalia, it's all residential. You're the only business in that whole area, which is kind of cool, too, because it's just very residential looking.
Right. And it also allowed us to create another space outside. So we have a walking path with benches and lights. It's lighted. In the evening, if anybody that in the neighborhood wants to come up there and take a walk, come walk around, sit, have a conversation, just hang out. We created that space specifically for the neighborhood and anybody that wants to just relax, go outside if it's a beautiful day, take a break on your break, on your lunch or whatever. We've created the outside natural space as well.
Well, and it's you've always been very involved in the community, and that's what you wanted to do again here, is be part of the community and have people take advantage of it and become involved in it. I've already gone in and done some transactions, and so you're open. You got open last Friday?
We did. We moved last Friday. Taking teller transactions. We had a server malfunction, so the ITM machines will be up this evening. We had to fly one in yesterday. Thank you, FedEx, for that. But there's plenty of room, plenty of space for you to come in. There's a double drive-through, so you'll be able to use those spaces too, hopefully after today. And you can transact business. We'd love for you to just come visit. Just say hi, come look around. The upstairs space houses another big conference room as well. And then all of our operations areas, executive suites, and that type of thing. And all of those areas are designed the same way. Lots of windows. The boardroom table base is tree limbs.
Wow.
Little conference table in my office, same thing. So we tried to stay with that theme throughout the building.
The nature look.
The natural look. And we hung a special piece of art from a friend of yours yesterday. We've got him working on all of our nonprofit partners, but he had done a Stax Music Academy.
Wow, perfect.
Big, huge print a year or so ago. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, Stax Music Academy is one of our partners. And so we hung that yesterday strategically right outside the boardroom. So we'll be sure that he comes by.
Of course, that's Ron Olson you're talking about.
Shout out to Ron Olson for that. And we strategically placed it, Ron, so you can come get your picture made beside it. So.
And he's so shy, he might not do that.
Yes, I'm sure he will just, he'll hate doing that. But we're excited about that. I'm going to work with him to do some more for our other partners, Church Health Youth Villages, because we'd like to showcase that same type of thing throughout the building. We've started framing and putting together all of the posters and all the events that we've sponsored over the years. I had kept a lot of that.
Good.
Really cool thing coming on the inside. We had the original metal plate that it showed the board of directors. At the time of the original Iron Workers Credit Union. And so we had saved that. So as you come in the front door, that plate from the original building will be on the right side, and we've done a replica of it on the left side with the new current board president and that type of information. And we've got display cases. And we're going to showcase a lot of the history of the organization because we wanted to preserve that as well. So.
Well, it's a fabulous building, and it's a huge step for Southern Security.
Yes.
And you have certainly done an amazing job since you've come there. And it's grown and grown and grown. And now it reflects what it really is. It's a big company now.
Right. It is. And we're excited. Extremely blessed. We've had a lot of great partners, a lot of great people in the community, people that have done business with us for years. Actually, the first member that came in on Friday had been a member since 1994. So we took her picture and posted that. But just 77 years of legacy that we're bringing current into the 2025, and just excited and proud. A lot of those people are still with us, their children, their grandchildren, and so just a rich history. We're proud to be able to have this for them, a place for them to go and do business and hang out and come see us and just to say thank you for hanging with us and being a member of Southern Security.
And as we showed where we'll be, because we're going to come out there a couple of times a week, along with what we're doing downtown, incorporate people from all over the county and really all over the area. There are people that live in Tipton County and down in South Haven, Olive Branch. Can get there easier, and so we'll have them coming there. Then we'll still have our location down here at Lansky's at the Peabody.
We want to continue to show and talk about things that are good. New businesses in the community, new businesses throughout Shelby County, small businesses that maybe don't have a huge marketing budget. We're going to welcome them on the show to talk about what they do, what they have. It could be a little gift shop. We want to give them the opportunity to tell people what they have, so that hopefully we can make everybody successful. And this is just an outlet to get their information out so that everybody knows, and we'll hopefully shop and do business with them as well.
Absolutely. In fact, we were down in Oxford this weekend, and Taylor, which is just south of where your location is on the town square. We ate right next door to your new location there.
Good.
And so
you saw that new fancy ATM machine in the
yes,
mall, right?
shiny,
good.
shiny.
Good. That's right.
But and as you continue to grow, because it used to be you had to know somebody who was a member of the family already or a history. Now you live, work, go to church in this area, and you can become a member.
That's exactly right. And we want it to be for everybody. We've got great members that have been with us for years, and we've got new ones, and we want more new ones. So we look forward to having a great grand opening time where people want to they're curious, they just want to come hang out. We'll send you the date. We should probably lock that down today or tomorrow. I'll let you know, and we're just going to open it up to the public so that people can come see and talk to us, see what we do and what we're all about.
Well, it's exciting times for Southern Security, and I know it's been a big job for you because you moved your home, your personal home, at the same time you were opening the new building.
I just decided to move everything this year, so
it's happening now.
It's happening now. Lots of moving, but it's been a great year. It's been a fantastic year. For me, for our family, for our credit union family, and so we're excited, and we're going to celebrate in December for all the great things that happened in 2025.
And to help celebrate, the Fed today cut prime by a quarter point.
Woo!
Now that's when you know you're rolling.
So if you need a home equity line, now is the time. So yes, come see us.
In fact, I happen to know that if you get a home equity loan, that it's tied to the prime. So if it continues to go down, whatever you sign it down, it will go down.
That's exactly right.
That is where it is trending.
Awesome.
So that's good news.
Yes, it is good news.
Well, Dawn Graeter, thanks for coming downtown.
Thank you for having me on this rainy, cold day. But
well, hopefully you didn't have to park too far away.
No, they always take care of me, so it's all good.
Well, we'll be out there soon and finished getting our studio out there up and going, and then we'll be going live from there.
It'll be fun.
Yep.
Yes, we're excited.
So. All right, Dawn Graeter, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and hear from our other sponsors, including Dawn Graeter again. Right after this, we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Dawn Graeter, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union. We're the proud title sponsor of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show, coming to you live from Lansky's in the world-famous Peabody Hotel and celebrating all of the great things about our great city, Memphis, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I'm so proud to be part of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show, streaming live from Lansky's from the Peabody. We will be showcasing not only Napa Cafe, but some great restaurants around town. We look forward to seeing you.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today, and we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25. And I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching, Earle, and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thurman Edwards, State Farm, and I'm so excited to be one of the sponsors for the Earle Farrell from Memphis show, broadcasting live from Lansky's at the Peabody. And I'll tell you all about what we've got going on at our office. Gift cards for quotes. No purchase necessary. I'm better looking than a lizard.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright. And I'm his son, Mickey. And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell from Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hey, my name is Jake. I'm with Phoenix Unequaled Home Entertainment. I just wanted to introduce myself and kind of what I do here at Phoenix. I'm a sales engineer. A lot of the times we talk about home theaters, but there's so much more that we offer. We offer a lot of home security solutions, as well as water detection and everything. So if you guys ever need anything, give us a call. We'll get you guys fixed up.
And welcome back. And I've asked Dawn to hang around for a minute because Friday is Halloween, and so much has changed in my life from when we were little kids. And we used to have a carnival at my grade school, which is a half a block away, and we'd go down there and had cakewalks and just, very simple things. Then everybody went trick-or-treating in your block, and you went by yourselves.
You walked up down the street by yourself, right?
This was in West Texas, and then you grew up in Millington.
In Millington.
What was it like there as a child?
It was exciting. So my mother was a first grade school teacher, and so she's like big about decorating. So she would have all these decorations at school, and what we would do as soon as school was out, we would take them all down. And we would take them home, and we had these big glass picture windows on the front of our house. So we would take home all the black cats and all the witches and all the things, and we would tape them all up in the windows at the house and get everything ready. We would get all dressed up. She always fixed a big pot of chili, and we would take off with our little plastic pumpkins up and down the street. And we knew everybody. Everybody knew us, and we collected candy, and we came back, and it was fun.
In West Texas, the streets were really wide, and everybody knew everybody. So it wasn't like you were going into dangerous neighborhoods or anything.
Yeah.
And we were so broke, we didn't have the plastic pumpkins. We had pillowcases.
You carried a pillowcase.
Yeah. And so you go door to door. When you'd fill that pillowcase up, you'd bring it home. But they used to do things like popcorn balls.
Oh, yes.
With molasses.
And the caramel apples.
Caramel apples.
And we always, so in our neighborhood, on our street, everybody knew us and knew we were going to be trick-or-treating. So they would make us special treats. And so I would come home with this whole huge thing full of these big fancy treats, which nobody does now because everybody's just, afraid somebody's going to hide something in those. And but we just had a great time. As I got older, we would do a party. It's still my favorite time of the year. I remember as a teenager, we had a huge youth group party at the house, and we had this big front yard with these 4 big, huge trees, and so they were perfect to kind of create this space. I was working part-time at a print shop there, and we did printing for one of the African-American funeral homes there in the town. And they happened to have this portable, coffin. It was a wood box type thing.
I think they're all portable, aren't they? I'm just saying. Got to get it from here to there,
So I was like, what would really be cool is if, I could borrow that and set it up in the front yard, because I thought that'd be really neat. Somebody come raise up out of that thing as people come up in the yard. And so I called them. And so here they come in the hearse up the driveway.
Wow.
They unload it, bring it in the house a couple of days for the party. Well, we had this huge living room connected to the kitchen, and so we actually put it in the house for the first couple of days.
Like a wake.
Yeah.
Except no body.
I remember I got up in the middle of the night. The first night it was there, and I forgot.
Man.
I walked in like, what is this in the living room? But we put it out. It was great. This young teenage guy that I went to church with at the time
He
dressed up like Dracula.
Okay, that
the
would
blood
not
on his
happen.
mouth and everything, and he agrees to lay down in the coffin, which nobody wanted to do.
No.
And so he did it, and we put it in the yard, and when we would kind of say, hey, there's somebody walking up the driveway, and he would gently raise up out of the coffin, and the kids would go running down the street, and it was very timely. One of my friends rolled our yard the night before the party, which was perfect. We just left it, and so
part of the mood.
We had put tombstones all in the yard around where the coffin was, and we had the toilet paper flying, and we'd gotten a big dry ice pot we'd put in the
Wow,
house.
you went all out.
Yeah, we did. And we created this little dummy that we hid behind the shower curtain in the bathroom that everybody was going to use. Kind of looked like there was somebody in the shower. And we just had a great time. We decorated the whole house. We had scary music playing, and we had one guy who would sit in my dad's reclining chair very still, and we covered him with a sheet. And somebody would come in and sit down, and he would reach around. So we tried to get all of the really cute, sweet, little sophisticated ladies from the church to sit down because they would squeal the loudest, and we thought that was really funny. So the great party, great memories. It was always fun. We always did something, decorating pumpkins, or we always would have some kind of big fun activity or event at the house, and just really had a great time and didn't have to worry about things, and now I think trunk or treats are pretty common. I know Sydney did one this past weekend. They did college game day, and so each one of them dressed up, and she was Lee Corso actually, and made a big owl head that she placed on her head, and they actually won for the best decorated car, and kind of a fun deal like that. But I think people do that now. Creates kind of a more safe environment. Go to your community center, go to your church.
I do know that the parents all go with the kids now.
They do.
They go with my grandkids, and
we walk around.
They've got a great neighborhood. People really decorate for it.
Yeah.
We had an excursion one time. My dad was in Alaska working, and my mom went to see him. They hired us this babysitter who didn't have a clue. And so we go out and we soaped all the cars on the block, car windows, and rolled the houses, except ours. What's wrong with that idea? How long did it take them to figure out who was involved?
Right.
So me and my urchin friends and my sister and my brother, they rounded us up the next morning and said, get a bucket and sponges and start washing cars.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so it was great that, some of them came and rolled our yard so they wouldn't know that I was out doing that. But what we used to do was really fun, was we would Oreo cookie cars. Have you ever seen that?
No.
So you take...
They're probably going to create it again here, but go ahead.
So you take like a little sandwich cookie, like an Oreo. It has icing in the middle, split them apart, and you stick them all over a car, and it kind of looks like it's got leprosy or the chicken pox. And you put them all over the car and leave it. It's called cookie in the car. So we did do a lot of that as well. So we used a lot of toilet paper, rolled a lot of yards, and cookied a few cars along the way.
I'd never heard about cooking a car.
Well, paint, shaving creams, and things like that will mess up the paint. So this was kind of a safe way to have fun.
I have a lot of animals
not
falling
mess
down
up
the
car.
So
we Oreo cookied a car or two, so that was fun as well. But
well, there's some neighbors we have out in Collierville that do this entire. They bought a hearse.
Oh, fantastic!
So they have a hearse in the
it.
front yard now, and then they have all these ghoulish characters and 50 pumpkins.
So fun.
I mean, they are like really into it. They start a month before and then leave it up all month long, and
that's
it really is amazing. We got 2 pumpkins on the front porch. That's our contribution.
Is that it? Well, y'all gonna have to ramp it up a little bit. I'm gonna go get you one of those hands, in the pot where you put the candy, and when you reach in, it grabs.
I like that idea.
So, those are kind of cute.
Yeah, we'll have to look for that.
But it's just a fun season. Somebody was talking about the other day how they were already seeing Christmas commercials, and they didn't know if they liked that or not. And I was like, let's please don't skip Halloween, because it's just a fun fall festival kind of activity, and great. Some of my greatest memories from childhood were from Halloween. Just had a really good time.
Check out Midtown. Midtown has a lot of these really Halloween-looking homes, and they really do decorate. Cruise around there, even if it's raining, they'll have their lights on and everything. Go check that out, and I'm sure they'll leave it up through the weekend. And this year, with Halloween being on a Friday, what could happen?
All weekend.
What could happen?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yes, it's fun. Yeah, one by us has their house. They've got orange and purple lights on the whole entire house, and it just glows at night. It looks really neat. So.
Now, where you live now, Lakeland, do they decorate the lake all up?
That's where they are, so you can see it. So it's beautiful. It's really, really, really neat. And so a lot of people have a lot of fun with it. Yeah. And hopefully everybody will be safe and can have a good time. And we'll have some candy at Southern Security if you want to come by.
Stop by that.
So you can say trick or treat, and maybe we'll give you something. I don't know. We'll see.
Kathy went out and got all her stuff to make our chili for Friday night.
Great.
So
I think the weather's going to be appropriate too.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be chilly.
Somebody said the other day, and I said, well, if you got warm costumes, it was hot, and the years that we got cool costumes, it would be freezing cold. And so, we never had the right costume for the right season because you never know what you're going to get. But it looks like it's going to be cool. It'll be a great chilly night, great bonfire night, and so it should be a lot of fun.
Have a happy Halloween.
Thank you. You too.
All right. That is our show for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Earle Farrell from Memphis Show.